Hi everyone, it's Lindsay with Bisque Imports, and I have another fun project for you. So we're going to be using the Fierce Dragon that lights up. This piece is really cool, cool little dragon bust on some rocks, and it lights up and everything. You can see that in the other parts of this video about how they light up through the mouth and through the eyes. So what this video is mostly about, though, is how to use Colorobbia's Mother of Pearl to get that beautiful, colorful, iridescent shine on your pieces. So you can see the difference there. So this one was painted with regular colors. So I'm going to go over that real quick. So the rocks were painted with a dark brown and then wiped away, so they were antiqued with dark brown. Then they were painted with a wash of light gray. The whole dragon's body was just painted with 2 to 3 coats of black. And then the teeth had some white added to them, and then the mouth has some pink inside. So that's all that was done on this, and then it was clear glazed and fired to cone 06. This one had a second firing. So this had the Mother of Pearl luster applied over it, and then it was fired at cone 018. So ignore the gold teeth. That is actually pigmentic acrylic paint marker. We were playing around with this and we're wondering what it would look like with gold teeth. So you could actually get those on our website. They are really cool, the pigmentic acrylic paint markers, and you can paint over fired bisque. That part doesn't get fired again. That was just after everything was all done. Anyways, so we're going to talk about the Mother of Pearl luster, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So in order to use any of the lusters, your piece does have to be clear glazed and fired already, and it does require a second firing. If you go on our website, there's all sorts of really cool luster colors from Colorobbia, like golds and other metallic colors. This one in particular, though, I really like because it's just that really cool, colorful iridescence to it. All right, so first off, when you're working with any of the lusters, make sure you are in a well-ventilated area. If you have breathing issues or asthma, please wear a respirator mask. But definitely make sure you have the door was open or the windows open and that you're in a well-ventilated area. The other part to this is the luster thinner that you purchase separately from the luster colors. And what this is used for is to thin out your luster color. If it's really thick in the jar, you add just 3%. So a tiny little bit per the amount that you're using of the luster, and that just makes it thinner and easier to apply. You don't have to use it, but it is here for you to be able to thin this out if it is really thick on you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this. And I'm using a round brush. See, and then it's actually like a funky pink-red color, which is kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna pour just a little bit on my palette. So it seems pretty thin to me, so I'm not going to add any of the thinner to it. If I were to add thinner to this, so they say it's 3%. So basically what I would do is I would just dip my brush into this to apply just a tiny coating of thinner onto the actual brush. Then I would mix it together, and that would be the small amount that you would need in order to thin that out. All right, so I'm gonna dip my brush in there, and I'm going to kind of swirl the brush around, adding a layer of the Mother of Pearl all over the piece. So it only needs one good coat. From what I understand is whenever you swirl it, it'll kind of do some fun things with the iridescent sheen. So that's why I'm doing that. I know on black in particular, it is kind of hard to see where you're painting, applying this at, but just try your best to get everywhere coating the dragon or your whatever piece you're doing. You can use other colors underneath this. It doesn't have to be black. It doesn't have to be, a lot of people will use the Mother of Pearl with white, but you can use any other color. I've seen some really cool things with Mother of Pearl over pink and blues and everything. So you can decide to use a different color. All right, let me get in here. All right, just getting some on his chest. A lot of people like using this on holiday items. Like it looks really pretty on Christmas trees. Lots of cool ideas for decorative pieces. These would also look really cool on some unicorn pieces too, and mermaids and all that kind of fun stuff. Even seashells, because I mean it is like Mother of Pearl. All right, so that should be good. Now I'm going to get the other side of his body. So you don't need to use a whole lot. So the amount that I poured on my palette is actually probably a little bit more than what I needed. Or it might be just the right amount. But you don't need to use a whole lot of this, which is nice because that jar, that little jar will last you a while. I'm gonna put some on his teeth just because. Make sure I got all the spikes. Alright, looks like I got a little bit running down here. So you can actually take some of that thinner on a Q-tip and kind of just wipe that off before it gets fired. That's okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it. You just add a coat of the Mother of Pearl on there. You do need to let this dry in a dry area for a few hours before you put this in the kiln. And then you would put this in the kiln and then you'd fire on slow at cone 018, so 018. And then whenever you're done, you should come out with a colorful, shiny dragon or whatever piece you're using this on. So definitely a cool overglazed luster that you know, you can upcharge in your studio for. It does take an extra firing, so it would take a little bit longer to get back to your customer, but they're gonna love this. So if you charge them extra if they want that overcoat on there, or if they want like gold added on something, definitely a good way to get some extra money and have really cool looking pieces. So that's pretty much it. So you can find all of this, all these supplies on bisqueimports.com. There is a section for the Colorobbia lusters. Again, this is the Fierce Lighted Dragon. And don't forget to check out our website because we have a lot of really cool products. And I will see you next time. Thanks.